"Old man, if you can't even pay your ticket, maybe you shouldn't be driving at all." The harsh words of a police officer cut through the air like a knife. An elderly veteran, gray hair, frail body, wearing a worn-out army jacket, stood frozen on the sidewalk. His trembling hands clutched the faded cap that carried the emblem of his military service. Instead of showing respect, the officers mocked him, pointing fingers, laughing as if his sacrifice meant nothing. Passers-by looked on in shock, whispering but doing nothing. At that moment, anger burned inside anyone watching. This was not just about an unpaid ticket. This was about humiliating a man who once risked his life for his country. The veteran slowly entered the courtroom, leaning on his cane. His steps were heavy, not just from age, but from the weight of humiliation. The same officers who had mocked him stood proudly in the corner, their faces filled with arrogance. The crowd whispered cruelly, "Why doesn't he just pay? Maybe he's making excuses." The veteran lowered his gaze, ashamed. His jacket, decorated with a single faded service medal, told a story no one cared to listen to. At the bench sat Judge Frank Caprio, 88 years old, compassionate eyes hidden behind glasses, watching silently as the old man approached. With a shaky voice, the veteran began to explain, "I served my country for 30 years. I gave everything. But after my wife passed, I live alone. My pension barely covers my medicine. I couldn't afford this ticket. His voice cracked and tears welled in his eyes. The courtroom remained silent, except for the faint chuckles of the officers in the back. Judge Caprio leaned forward, his expression shifting from calm to stern. He turned his gaze toward the officers. "Is this how we treat the people who defended our freedom? With laughter? With humiliation?" The courtroom froze. His voice carried both authority and disappointment. The officer's arrogance began to crumble as Caprio continued. "This man gave his youth, his health, his life, for people like you and me to live freely. And today he stands here, mocked for being unable to pay a fine? This court will not allow it." Judge Caprio removed his glasses, his voice filled with compassion. "Sir, you will not pay a single cent today. Not only is this ticket dismissed, but this court will honor your service." Gasps filled the courtroom. The officers lowered their heads in shame. Some in the audience began to clap softly, tears in their eyes. Caprio then added, "And let this be a lesson to us all. Respect is not optional, especially to those who have given everything for us." The veteran's lips trembled. For the first time in years, he felt seen, not as a burden, but as a hero. As the old man left the courtroom, supported by strangers now clapping for him, Judge Caprio smiled warmly, proud to stand for justice. And if this story moved you, take a moment to honor the people who sacrificed for us. Comment the word respect below so the world remembers what true gratitude looks like. Don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories like this, because every lesson shared keeps Judge Caprio's legacy alive. This is a fictional story created for educational and inspirational purposes as a tribute to Judge Frank Caprio. It is not based on real events,